The Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is the venue for the Canadian Grand Prix. In this Workday Good Lap Great Lap, let's jump back to 2019 and compare Pierre Gasly with Max Verstappen to see what makes a great lap of this venue. It'll be Gasly who's slightly faster through the very first section of the lap, placing his car nice and wide to get a beautiful entry in towards turn 1, making his braking slightly later and his apex speed slightly higher. He squares off the corner, turning the car through the middle of turn 2 and firing it out towards the entry of turn 3 and 4. But it'll be Verstappen with an apex speed advantage through the middle of 3 and 4, clattering both curbs and even taking a little grass on the apex of turn 4 itself. This will force him though to get out of the throttle with a bit of oversteer through the exit of 4. You can see this on the telemetry trace, with the line of the throttle falling down towards the base of the trace, showing Verstappen having to lift the throttle in response to this oversteer and losing a little bit of time on the exit of the corner. Still a net gain though for Verstappen, who has managed to take a lot more speed through the mid-corner. He manages to sweep in beautifully to 5 and 6, where Gasly climbs all over the curb in the middle of 5, losing time. Verstappen will pick up the tow from this very helpful Toro Rosso on his way down to the third chicane of the lap, where Gasly is going to go in much too deep and get a little wide of the apex, understeering past the first curb and putting himself in a difficult position with a lot of work to do in the mid-corner of the chicane. Verstappen is therefore able to load the front tyre much more nicely and take much more speed through the second phase of the chicane. He'll take more apex speed through the hairpin as well, rolling the car in and playing using more lock to turn his Red Bull and fire it out. Just the final chicane and the wall of champions beckoning both drivers as they head down through the DRS zone to complete this qualifying lap. Gasly will brake subtly later than Verstappen, but start to creep into the corner slightly too early. Look at his proximity in comparison to this scene in the tarmac. Verstappen will turn in later, catching both curbs and loading the car more nicely to specifically grab a bit of extra apex speed through the final apex and grab a great lap for P5 in Q1 versus Gasly's P12.